Alright, good morning. Don't know how to prep for the week after this nasty weekly candle? Let's do it together. I'm going to go over what I'm going to do for the week with the Sunday levels. I have not looked at it yet, so we're going to do it fresh. We're going to see what's going on. If you are worried and scared after this weekly candle, let me help you. We can do it together. If you already know what you want to do for the week, you can still watch and let me know what you think. That is a crazy weekly. It really is. Lost structure, lost any sort of structure, lost stronger structure. Held the EMA, I guess, but god damn. For next week as we open, I'm going to pay attention heavily to if we are under this weekly and this weekly EMA or if we're in this range above. It will kind of influence my bias in the way of if we're underneath last week's weekly, underneath the EMA and moving lower, I'm probably going to start to be like heavily bearish underneath this. If we open up the week and we just carry it up, like we're moving up inside the weekly candle like this, I'm going to be pretty long biased. Our daily trend will matter, obviously, but it'll be super interesting to see these weeklies. Like, this is crazy, man. What a correction. I love to see it. Almost 600 points. Strong weekly. I'm not going to let it influence my bias too much. If we're underneath it, I'm going to be more on the bearish side. And if we are up in this range, I'm going to be looking for highs of the weekly up here. Something here, holding here, moving up. So what that would translate to in a lower time frame, dailies crushed. Really not good dailies. Those do not look great at all. From a daily standpoint, it'll be interesting to see if we get a candle retest back up to the structure in here. Just something up here, the EMA, the bottom of this candle, even the top of this range. It'll be interesting to see if we get a daily retest. I'm not going to have any daily levels out from this. I can already tell by the daily that it just is not strong enough basically anywhere for daily levels. Like, we're in such a massive push down. This is fucking crazy. What I'd most likely be looking at is this 21,560. Previous action, previous action, previous action, action. It's the only thing underneath us with like a ton of action on it. But the thing is, when we have such a big push down like this, it's going to be heavily trend based on the days. When we have a day like this, usually the next couple days, or at least like the next day after, is usually pretty choppy. Like, most of the time we're going to be in this range, if not like this range maybe. So I don't really expect anything crazy to come out of this. It's going to be somewhere around 21,560 for a bounce. The thing about this move is if we take it and we still move down off of it, I don't really see it extending that much further unless we open up to like more news. If we open up to like more destructive news, then maybe, but we're already so overextended that like just wouldn't expect this just to keep moving. Obviously what I expect doesn't translate to what the market's gonna do. But we gotta retest somewhere. Like, we gotta move back up and retest this candle. What my main watch would be us to move up and retest something underneath here. So whether it's a bounce of this lower level, or even if we took something that was like above us, like it would be 21,800, 21,798. Here, here, here. Beautiful respect on it. What I would want would be a retest of somewhere up here. What I would want would be a retest of something up here. So I would either want a bounce of lower or some sort of break and retest back to the upside. 800, above 800, up. It's such a big range. Like, it's such a big range. We may be lower volume and not even be able to get out of this. 21,800, 21, what, 550, 560, 250 point range. If we don't have a bigger volume day, and I think it's a no news Monday, we might end up just sticking in this range, and I don't think I'm going to trade it, to be honest. I'd be a little bit more careful on this lower level because we'd be under the weekly. If we open up and we move down there, a little bit more careful, but I want to retest to the upside. Somewhere 550, 560, either a move down for a bounce, hold here and then a move up, or over this 800 to the upside. That's really the two trades I would take. The way I'm looking at it, if we move down further off of this level, I'm not going to try and short this. I have nothing to short this down to this lower level, and I would rather try and get a bounce here. We're super overextended and we need a retest to the upside. So if we do move down, I'd want to see this hold for a move up. And if we're going to move up back for the retest without this lower level hit first, then I would just want to see this 800 get taken out to the upside, and I would just be long above this 800. That's really it. Need a retest of this gap. Need to fill the gap. If we're not going to fill the gap, I will target this lower level. If we lose this lower level, then we're going to be like... That's when it's bearish time. I would be aiming for lows if we lose that. Weekly structure down here. That's far, man. 21k, that's far. But also with a 500 point day, it's really not far, right? It is, but it isn't. If there's crazy war news, we'd probably reevaluate, but it's still going to be waiting for this lower level, and if this lower level gets taken out to the downside, then I'm probably going to be a little bit more short biased. But until then, it is either lower level bounce for 560, 21,560, or back above 800, I'm longing. It'll be interesting seeing this candle, who knows? Are we going to plummet all the way down here? Are we going to see highs? Nobody knows, I do not know. I'm going to wait for my lower levels. I'm going to make sure they have respect on them still. Something like this. Wait for confirmation, under the level, lose all of our momentum, can't get it. Back above the level, longs. 5 minute respect on the level. Yeah, it's either going to be a hold of the lower level back up. Longs back above. Should be interesting. That's all I got though. Weekly made it crazy. We will see if we actually start to get a crazy correction back down to this bottom. Or damn, man, I'm excited for next week. I don't think we have news on Monday. Probably not much. Thanks again for watching. If you need anything else, please reach out. I hope you guys have a good week. I hope you guys make a lot of money. And if you need anything else, please let me know. Thank you.